Do you know what nervous system overload feels like? How's your body feeling right now? Hi lovely women, it's Kerri-Anne here, naturopath and spiritual healer, and today I'm talking about something that most women have never been taught about, and that is how to recognize when your nervous system is overloaded. This is one of the reasons that women feel anxious, tired, wired, overwhelmed, or like they're not coping, especially in midlife. I know myself that I lived with nervous system overload, and I just thought that was a natural state. And it wasn't until I started to understand my body and to work with it that I realized that this was not the case. I was living in this high state of nervous system overwhelm, which was just my everyday. And then all of a sudden, I learned that I could switch that nervous system regulation into a lower pace, nice, relaxed nervous system. And my body was not used to this. It felt so weird being in this state. And even now, I still have to check in and be consciously aware of what state my body is in, because its automatic response, which is the same as many of us, is to go into that high state of overload and overwhelm. So if you're in this state, you may be feeling like you are stuck in on mode. So your mind is racing, you're irritable and you're quick to snap at your loved ones. There's tension in your, not just in your physical body, but in your mind and your emotional body as well. You have trouble relaxing, so you can't just sit and be in the moment and relax. That's what I still have a lot of trouble with now. And you just feel like you're always thinking about what you've got to do. There's just no switching off and just fully relaxing. You might suffer with insomnia, and that's that busy racing mind. You're so exhausted, but you just can't fall asleep, or you're waking and then not being able to get back to sleep. And then feeling overstimulated. So you're so overstimulated that one tiny little thing can send you over the edge, and you might go into a rage. You've got less patience for anyone, no tolerance for the tiny things. And this is that nervous system overload. So your nervous system is racing, and there's just not enough space for anything else for your body or your mind. So your system starts to switch into shutdown, and you'll start to feel exhausted. You'll feel numbness and disconnection from yourself, your life, and the people around you. You're just in that state of getting what needs to be done, but there's no connection to anything. You might have brain fog. You walk into a room, you forget what you went in there for. You're using the wrong words for things. And that's because you're not grounded or connected. And then there's little to no motivation to actually do anything, even the enjoyable things in your life. Now, women in their midlife, so 40s plus, we crash harder. And that's because our perimenopause drops our progesterone. So our progesterone starts to decline as we get closer to menopause. And that progesterone is our calming hormone. So it activates our GABA, which helps us to feel calmer. So we've got less progesterone, we have less GABA, and we have less tolerance, and we have more difficulty finding that calm state. So we really have to work at it. Combine that with all the extra stress of your life, just regular everyday life expectations, and everything else going on, and you have a dysregulated nervous system. Now, your body's not broken in this state. It's just trying to send you a message that you aren't feeling safe, that you're stuck in that fight or flight or freeze or fawn mode, where your nervous system can't switch off and can't slow down. So overwhelm might put you into the freeze or the fawn mode, and your nervous system is just trying to protect you from being in that overwhelmed state all the time. So if you find yourself shutting down when one little thing triggers you, that could be your nervous system trying to support you. Now, to be able to reset our nervous system and slow ourselves down, firstly, we have to be aware of what is happening in our body. So take this time now to just stop, check in with your body. Are you tense? Have you got your jaw clenched? Are your shoulders tense? That's one of my things I find a lot if I'm driving or if I'm just sitting there, if I'm brushing my teeth, like sometimes my shoulders and everything is tense, and that's because my nervous system is in that heightened state for whatever reason. Sometimes it's just always there, and so I need to remind myself to slow down. And I use the simple tools like being aware, relaxing those muscles, taking in a few deep breaths, grounding myself. So really grounding yourself into this present moment. So instead of brushing, usually, I'm brushing my teeth thinking about where I need to be, what needs to go on, or the grandkids are talking to me and I'm in that heightened state. So if I can slow myself down, bring myself down into that present moment of I am safe, I'm just brushing my teeth, I don't have to be anywhere or do anything at this precise moment except brush my teeth. And so then that's going to help you feel more grounded, walking outside on the earth, being in nature, really just slowing yourself down and trying to make sure you're nourishing your body. So if we're having caffeine on an empty stomach, we're automatically starting our day in that heightened cortisol, high nervous system state. If we have food within an hour of waking, a high protein breakfast, then we're balancing our blood sugar levels, which is supporting our cortisol to be released slowly, and then we can have a coffee, which is going to be slowly released and not spiking our cortisol and starting us off in that heightened mode. Doing things like getting your clothes or packing your bags the night before, being prepared before you go to bed so you're not getting up and rushing in the morning is going to help you to start your day in that beautiful, slow nervous system state. There's also so many herbs and nutrients that we can use to help support you. So you maybe have some nutrient deficiencies, or your adrenals or your nervous system is so wound up that you need that little bit of extra support to help nourish your body and to bring that nervous system down. So if your nervous system is feeling overwhelmed, then you can check out my fatigue and burnout program, which is a beautiful reset for your body. It includes some initial consultations and follow-up consultations with me where we find the perfect treatment plan to support your nervous system and your whole body through this time of stress and overwhelm for you. So I hope that you've gotten something out of this video today, and I hope that you are already feeling more relaxed and aware of what your body is doing and what nervous system state you are in at the moment. So thanks for listening. You can follow me over at www.earthgoddesshealing.com.au, where you can sign up to join my email community.